want to thank you. Thank you very much. I think I'll start out by telling you a story about a farmer. He had a wife, a miserable, wretched woman. She caused him a lot of pain and misery and discomfort. And one fine day, a very interesting thing happened to him. The devil came up to him and said, I'm going to give you a break, pal. I'm going to take this woman away from you. And of course, the farmer said, be my guest. It's like the fella standing on the corner sees the pretty girl walk by and he says, get thee behind me, Satan, and push. Anyway, Satan took the old woman away, but she caused even him so much trouble that he had to bring her back. There was an old farmer living under a hill. If he ain't moved away, he's a living there still with a high and a diddle-eye-diddle-eye-day and a high and a diddle-eye-day. The devil came to see him one fine day, said, one of your family I'm a-taking away with a high and a diddle-eye-diddle-eye-day and a high and a diddle-eye-day. Well, the old man said, I am undone. I guess you've come for my oldest son with a high and a diddle-eye-diddle-eye-day and a high and a diddle-eye-day. No, it's neither your son nor your daughter I crave, but your nagging old woman that I now must take with a high diddle-eye-diddle-eye-day and a high and a diddle-eye-day. Well, take her with the joy of my heart. I hope to God that you never do part with a high and a diddle-eye-diddle-eye-day and a high and a diddle-eye-day. Well, that's exactly what Satan did. He put the old woman in a burlap sack and tossed her all on top of his back with a high and a diddle-eye-diddle-eye-day, high and a diddle-eye-day. Went trudging on off with her. He got the old woman to the fork of the road, said, God, woman, you're a hell of a load, with a high and a diddle-eye-diddle-eye-day, high and a diddle-eye-day. Finally got the woman to the gates of hell, said, poke up the fire, I'll sizzle her well, high and a diddle-eye-diddle-eye-day, high and a diddle-eye-day. Well, everyone was cooperating with the program pretty well. That is, except the old woman herself. She was going around doing all sorts of naughty things, putting out the fires, kicking sand in people's faces, bugging everybody. She's the kind of person a fella like Bennett Cerf would have called recalcitrant. On the other hand, Sigmund Freud would have said she was very hostile, probably as a result of faulty toilet training as a child. She seen a little devil dragging chains. She picked up a brick and busted his brains with a high and a diddle-eye-diddle-eye-day, high and a diddle-eye-day. All the little devils went climbing the wall, said, take her back, Daddy, she'll kill us all. High and a diddle-eye-day. Well, Satan figured he didn't want anybody down there raising all that sand. So he brought the old woman back. That poor old farmer was a-peeping through the crack, and he saw the devil was a-bringing her back with a high and a diddle-eye-diddle-eye-day, high and a diddle-eye-day. It made him so sick he jumped in bed. She picked up a rolling pin and paddled his head with a high and a diddle-eye-diddle-eye-day, high and a diddle-eye-day. Well, that's about it. Except if you're wondering what all the highs and diddles and fiddles are for, we simply throw them in to make room for the moral of the story. Every good story's got to have a moral, especially those about women. Here it is. They say that the women are worse than the men. They can go to hell and come back again with a high and a diddle-eye-diddle-eye-day, high and a diddle-eye-day. Thank you. Thank you very much. Every once in a while, someone will come up to me, or any folk singer for that matter, and they will say, well, now, since you sing folk songs and all that jazz, just who are the folk? I tell them people from Glendale. But that's not true, I'm kidding. That's one of the toughest questions in the world to answer, unless you want to get technical and get into anthropology and stuff. So I usually end up giving graphic illustrations. Now, there are many of these, but one of my favorites has always been the New Englander, the Downeasterner, simply because he's a man with such a wry, dry, and subtle sense of humor. He'd be likely to tell you something like, "Oh, sonny, don't you never trust them Southerners. Stay the hell away from Boston." No, you see, New England folk humor is rather unique, and its basic ingredient is stark brevity. They never tell you one smidgen more than exactly what you ask for, and the classic case in point is this old New England farmer sitting behind his barn fixing a broken wagon wheel one day, and one of his friends comes along. "Morning, Ezekiel." "Morning, Hezekiah." "Who busted your wagon wheel?" "Hired man." "Same one that ruined your daughter?" "Oh, yeah?" "Clumsy, ain't he?" We're going to do a group therapy thing. They're kind of fun. I'm going to do a ragtime for you. And in the chorus, all I want you to do is answer me back. I'll say, "Yeah, yeah," and you say, "Yeah, yeah," and I'll say, "Yeah, yeah," and you say, "Yeah, yeah." First thing you know, we'll all feel like a bunch of idiots. But anyway, this is a little easy going ragtime. Here you go. I went down to Pickle Town. What do you think I saw? Folks swinging from trees in the BBDs and a monkey in a Mackinac. Well, a grizzly bear said, "What you doing down here?" I said, "I come down here to get a bucket of beer, but I'm going back home where the people don't bother me." Yeah, yeah. 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 Well, now Constable Jones had a bag of bones going to feed his St. Bernard. A blue baboon had a greasy spoon eating from a bucket of lard. Reverend Elder Brown said, "What you doing downtown?" I said, "I come downtown just to look around, but I'm going back home where the people don't bother me." Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Now this little part in here is supposed to be for a kazoo solo, but I might as well tell you, I hate kazoo, so I'll do it myself. Well, now Louisville Lil drove an automobile through the Crazy Horse Saloon. Said, "You know my name, I want to join that game that they're having in May's back room." The fat bartender snapped the red suspender. "If you don't pay up, you're going to have to surrender. So I'm going back home where the people don't bother me." What I say? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Okay, just the ladies. Come on, girls. Here we go. Thank you. Very kind. One of the most fascinating periods in American folk history is what I affectionately refer to as the saloon era. The saloon, as opposed to the bar room, as opposed to the cocktail lounge, as opposed to the nightclub. There were many distinguishing characteristics that set it apart. No women were ever allowed in a saloon, for instance. Didn't matter by whom they were escorted. They just couldn't come in. The decor, the way that the places were decorated was very heavy, very dramatic, very ornate. Early junk was what it was more than anything else. You know, one of the popular forms of entertainment was the barroom recitation. Now, some classics have come out of that era, classics like The Face on the Barroom Floor and others that you, of course, know of. But this is one about a fellow who unwillingly encountered the evils of drink, a subject that you yourselves might well contemplate as you sit here getting stoned. And I'm going to do this as it might have been done in that era, hammy. No! Once there was a young man, and he came to the big city, seeking a lucrative executive position commensurate with his many talents. And he walked the streets all day, but he couldn't find a job. Till at last, he finally did secure employment working in a stone quarry with all the other college graduates. Now, one evening after work, they lured him into a saloon and urged him to drink a glass of beer. But he said he wouldn't do it. He'd made a promise to his mother that he'd never come anywhere near and this boy wouldn't even smoke. You know they're not going to get him to drink. Well, they laughed at him and jeered. Jeer, jeer! And they said he was a coward. Till at last he raised and drained the fatal glass. And when he'd seen what he had done, he dashed the glass against the bar and rushed from the saloon with a disgusting fit of delirium tremens. And the first one that he met was a Salvation Army lady. And with one swift kick, he broke her tambourine. All she said was, "Heaven bless you," and placed a mark upon his brow with a kick of her own that she had learned before she was saved. Now the moral to this story is to shun the fatal glass and don't go around breaking other people's tambourines. When I was a little boy, I went to one of them good kind of churches. And when I say a good kind of church, I mean the kind of church where the people weren't afraid to sing and open up their hearts and clap their hands and stomp their feet and make a joyful noise into the Lord. Mama would get us dressed all up in our Sunday best, and we'd go walking down the road to the little church on the hill. And as you got nearer, you could hear the people singing. And it really made you feel good inside, because it sounded something like this. Amen. Oh, come on, sing this morning. Amen. Everybody now, come on. Amen. 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 One more time now. Amen. Everybody, come on now. Amen. Do you believe? Amen. He was the biggest man I'd ever seen. That man stood 6'6". He must have weighed 250 pounds. And he always wore a long black swallowtail coat. A very handsome, dignified man, full of God's glory. And he must have had the biggest Bible I've ever seen in my life. And every Sunday during the services, he would tuck that big Bible under his arm and start walking up and down them aisles, urging the people to sing. And he'd say, come on, sing with me this morning when I say now, amen. I want to hear you. What you mean now? Amen. I'll make a joyful noise. Amen. Amen. Was a fellow by the name of Elder Johnson. He used to sit there and play the piano with one hand and direct the choir with the other. And you want to see a fella get happy, you ain't never seen nothing like Elder Brown when he started having that church and that congregation rolling. He'd look out into the congregation and he'd get that little twinkle in his eye. And first thing you know, you'd get the spirit and he'd get you to singing with him. And he'd say, amen. I want to hear you. Come on now, like you mean it. Amen. Don't be so white. Come on now. Amen. 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 One more time, Lord. Amen. I got the glory. Amen. Clap your hands this evening. Amen. Amen. Back in New Orleans, in the red light districts, they always had all kinds of code systems for warning and all this. And one of the songs that's been recently popular, Green, Green, Rocky Road, was a little children's song that the little children sang so the people inside the houses would know that the police were coming, you know. And everybody's in there having a good time, and the little kids, Green, Rocky Road, let's go, Ray. It's a funny mental image, you know. But a Candyman, there are two definitions of Candyman. There are three, actually, definitions of Candyman. One definition is the children's definition, you know, the man with the little candy stand on the corner. That's the version we do because it's the clean version. First, you got to get that feeling. Come on, everybody just bounce up and down your seat, just lightly, just like that. Don't that feel good? If anybody gets up and leaves, we sure know where you're going. Come on, get that rhythm. You know, tap your foot, snap your fingers. But the thing is, just sort of wiggle in your seat, you know, and suck on your ice cubes and 4 more times. There you go. There's a lady down here determined not to move, boy. She wouldn't move. She wouldn't move if it killed her, I'll tell you. You got to get rhythm, you know. Now, for years, you've been saying colored folks got rhythm here. Now, you got to come on and participate. Don't Don't be so quiet. All right, so. You got the rhythm yet? It's getting to you now? Okay. Here we go. Yeah, look at the rooms. Kind of. Wait, you losing the beat over there. Candyman, Candyman, salty dog, salty dog. Candyman, Candyman, salty dog, salty dog. Candyman, Candyman, salty dog, salty dog. I wish I was down in New Orleans, sitting on the candy stand. Little red light, little red light, little green light, little green light, little red light, little red light, little green light, little green light, little red light, little red light, little green light, little green light. Stop on the red, go on the green. Don't mess with Mr. In Between. Run to the kitchen, get the baby some beer. Run to the kitchen, get the baby some beer. Won't you run to the kitchen, Candyman, salty dog. Run to the kitchen, get the baby some beer. Run to the kitchen, get the baby some beer. Won't you run? Yeah, run to the kitchen, Candyman, salty dog. Candyman, Candyman, salty dog, salty dog. Candyman, Candyman, salty dog, salty dog. Candyman, Candyman, salty dog, salty dog. I wish I was down in New Orleans, sitting on a candy stand.
Little red light, little red light, little green light, little green light, little red light, little red light, little green light, little green light, little red light, little red light, little green light, little green light.
Stop on the red, go on the green. Don't mess with Mr. In Between. Yeah, well, I think I'm gonna go down to New Orleans. Open up a candy stand. Hey, we make a pretty good combination here. Think you could come back tomorrow night and we should do this? We're gonna do another. We're gonna do another. I kind of like this. We're gonna do a song about a fella whose girlfriend bugged him so much that he killed her. Actually, no. Actually, it's a very beautiful song. And we won't bother about the subject matter at all. She cursed him, is what she did. She whipped one of them hot oaths on him. And he couldn't stand it, and he just shot her. It's called Delia's Gone. This is your part. It'll go like this. Delia's gone. One more round. Delia's gone. Everybody sing that one time. One more round. Okay, now no matter what I sing or what I say, just throw that in there at the right time there, and here we go with the Ice House Mixed Chorale. With Casey Anderson in living color. The reason Johnny shot Delia, she cursed him a wicked curse. And if he hadn't shot her, she might have cursed him worse. Delia's gone. One more round. Sing it one more time like you mean it now. Delia's gone. One more round. first time Johnny shot Delia, he shot her in the side. And the next time that he shot her, she curled right up and died. Delia's gone. Delia's gone. One more round. Delia's gone. One more round. Roll her over easy. Roll her over slow. Roll her over one more time. Then don't you touch it no more. Delia's gone. Delia's gone. Delia's gone. Delia's gone. Some folks gave Delia a nickel. Some gave Delia a dime. But I never gave her one red cent. She wasn't no gal of mine. Delia's gone. Delia, 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 Delia. She's gone. One more round. She's gone. She's gone. One more round. Bring out your rubber tire hearses. Bring out your rubber tire hats. They're taking her to the graveyard. They're never gonna bring her back. Delia's gone. Delia's gone. Delia's gone. Delia, 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 she's gone. Delia, Delia, why'd you treat me so swell? Next time that I see you, we won't be doing so well. Delia's gone. One more round. Delia's gone. Delia's gone. Just the girls, come on, girls.
Delia's gone.
I hear you, Delia's gone. Delia's gone for one more round. Everybody, everybody. Delia's gone. Delia, 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 Delia. She's gone, she's gone. But Delia's gone. Delia, Delia, she's gone. Hum it down, hum it on down. One more time, one more time. Delia's gone, she's gone. One more round. Some of you have been fortunate enough to have encountered and endured hard times. I say fortunate enough because I do believe that it strengthens the character, and corny as that may sound and trite and perhaps a little bit old-fashioned, it's nothing like a good, strong character that'll see you through when the deal falls down. And those that don't survive are usually those people who are weak and sick and lack value. Well, one thing that you learn more than anything else when you smack dab in the middle of hard times is that nobody knows you when you're down and out. Once I lived the life of a millionaire. I would spend my money, I didn't care. I'd take all my friends out for a mighty good time, and I'd buy 'em champagne and fancy wine. But when I began to fall so low, I didn't have a friend and no place to go. But if I ever get my hands on a dollar again, I'm gonna hang on to it and squeeze that mother till the eagle grins. 'Cause nobody knows you when you're down and out. In your pocket or not one penny, and your friends, a little girl, you ain't got many, but you wait till you climb on your feet again. Everybody wants to be your long lost friend. It's mighty strange, without a doubt, how nobody knows you when you're down and out. Nobody knows you when you're down and out. In your pocket, not one penny, and your friends, ooh, you ain't got any, but just you wait till you climb on your feet again. Everybody and his brother and his cousin wants to be your long lost friend. It's mighty strange, without a doubt. Nobody knows you, or nobody even heard of you. Nobody wants to shake your hand. Oh, they afraid they might get dirty. Nobody knows you. Nobody cares if you live or die. Oh, it's enough to make you want to break right down and cry. Nobody knows you when you're down and out. They got the blues down by the San Francisco Bay. They got the blues down in Abilene. got the blues way out in Kansas City, got the blues down in New Orleans. I got a special kind of blues, done wore out all of my traveling shoes. I got them old cross-country transcontinental highway blues. Well, it seems like every time I turn around, I got to ramble on to some other town. I'm beginning to wonder if I was born to lose. Every pretty little girl that I find can't do nothing to ease my mind. I got them old cross-country transcontinental highway blues. I've been east, I've been west, I've been in between. I've been north and I've been south. I must have put 1,000,000 miles on my Ford machine. Well, I wonder when it's all gonna end. I can stop paying dues, settle down in some nice little town and get rid of these traveling blues. I've been every place in every state, from New York City to the Golden Gate, and at the old cross-country transcontinental highway blues. I've been east, I've been west, I've been in between. I've been north and I've been south. I must have worn 1,000,000 gallons of the gasoline. Well, I wonder when it's gonna end. I can stop paying dues, settle down some nice little town and get rid of these traveling blues. I've been every place in every state, from New York City to the Golden Gate. I got them old cross-country transcontinental highway blues. Yeah, them